Okay, hello my closers. So I'm gonna be watching their MV reaction to the SOB MV. So I'm already like, I need answers. I need to know. I want to know what they thought about this whole concept because I mean, obviously they were already had known, but what maybe their first initial thoughts of when they first heard the track and they're like, oh, and then like the styling and everything like that. I know the behind the scenes for the actual MV have dropped as well, which I will be watching that. But like just for like the first, this is like I'm catching up with everything that I missed because I was gone this past weekend, and obviously the SOB album came out like Thursday or like midweek last week, and then I left Friday to go out of town, and then I missed everything that happened this past weekend. But we're just gonna go ahead and watch y'all.
인사드리겠습니다. 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 그로자입니다.
So Kenshin!
뭔가 SOB 뮤직비디오가 나왔다 해가지고 세상에는 안 나왔지만 제가 먼저 보고 리액션 한번 찍어보려고 왔습니다. 예! 굉장히 기대가 됩니다. 찍을 때 굉장히 CG가 많이 들어가게.
For real, they like budget.
어떻게 변할 수 있을지.
But it makes sense because like they're the only artists they have, so like they get all the budget, right? But I'm not ready for the. I want to see what they say about Xiang because like also just like the whole like the story of it, what they think of like because they know the concept, right? Got to exit there. That's the wires I was talking about. I was like, I bet you it must have been like interesting to see that.
오, 예, 가려.
Covers. Facts though. Like what? Same. Like he was like, oh, like he is like.
오, 시그 보여. 시그.
Wanna be like me. SOB.
안무 야하다. 성공이요. 나도 잘 살렸네. 요. 댐브. 번개야.
Like everything was like, I was shook.
Oh.
I'm sure they must have been like happy to do like this kind of concept because it's very different.
나쁜 아기가 살았다. 뭐야. 빨리 들어가는 거.
SOB. Be like me. I still can't go over Xiang like. Hey. I'm also curious to see that too, like the whole painting of that.
정여진이 범인이었어. 살려줘.
Also, was it like Yeojin was the one who like let him fall off? Okay, gotcha. Cause I was like, it's either him like saving her or him like dropping him.
와이어 타신 겁니까? 이건 CG고 여기부터 이제 여기부터 내가
Oh yeah, like it definitely.
민욱 씨 유지하실게요. 예. 약간 사람에 앉아 있었어. 너 상민이야? 무슨 소리야? 너 퇴근하고 내가 찍었는데. 아닌데? 이걸 한창 찍고 또 찍었어. 그때 못 찍었어요. 내가 뽑은 원장면 1등.
Injong. He's like got him like giving him.
눈이 저렇게 자동차가 진짜.
Yeah, cliffhangers right there.
뭐야?
They didn't see it? Oh, they didn't know?
됐어. 우리도 몰랐어. 날아다니고 차 안에 있었나 보다. 살았어. 파티 있었잖아요. 저때 원래 그 외진 시점에서 카메라 넘어가면은 제스처 해주세요가 총 100원이었는데 내가 발로 차고 싶다고 해서 오 멋있어.
Hey, okay, come on, Yojun.
아까 빙이 그 여주잖아. 그러네. 네? 건물에서 연락하고 건물에서 밀었는데 오늘 얼마나 뜬다. 누군가 만나고 그거는 이제 비밀이에요.
비밀인데.
알아맞혀보세요.
있었어요.
SOB. 미안해.
That's Kyungbei. He was sneezing mid talk. I'm dead. Yeah. Don't wanna be like me. Be like me.
감사합니다.
Hey.
진짜 여기 주로 장미여진
They really did, yeah.
하나된 줄 알았어.
귀여워. But it suits him though. Like I know I know I say he's like my little baby, my little cute, like my little cutie patootie, right? But then like he's mischievous, so like it fits.
켄신은 여전히 귀염이 남아있긴 하지만 지금까지 본 것 중에 가장 나쁜 아기. 했던 게 사다리로밖에 올라갈 수 없거든요. 켄신은 어떻게 내려가요? 화장실도 못 가고 무서웠어. 사다리 엄청 높아서 감동하게.
귀여워.
진짜 신기하다.
Then pause it right there. SOB. Wanna be like me. I'm really excited to see like that full like dance break, like if they do that while they promote, cause
켄신 머리가 이제
so it was all
카메라에서 엄청 튀었어요.
yeah.
그렇지. 그리고 되게 신기했어. 여주신 이빨 나왔어. 이거 땅을 밀어놔. 그래 정여진 범인이었다니까. 내가 이렇게 있는데 여준이가 뒤에서 밀어서 근데 여준이가 내가 여준 손 잡았는데 야 이거 놔. 아니 형 이제 그만해.
And then he just like
내가 제일 리더다. 뭔가 스토리가 있을 것 같은데 설명을 했자면 옥상에 이렇게 앉아 있잖아요. 근데 뭔가 이렇게 쑥 지나가고 그 순간 정신이 있는 블랙 아웃이니까.
oh, okay. So I was thinking like maybe that makes sense. I like that they're explaining that with the mood film that we got.
그 사이에 일어나는 일들인 거. 8초 동안 떨어지는 8초. 그렇죠. 8초 안에 들어갈 수 없을 것 같은데요. 이게 왜 들어갈 수 있냐? 이거는 상상과 현실 사이를 왔다 갔다 하는.
I think you would know since he's the main character. They explain it to him whenever they tell him, "Oh, you're gonna be our main character for like the MV this time around." Oh, they're gonna watch it again.
여기는 그냥 날라다니는 거다. 못 쳤는데 이제 우리의 상상과 현실 사이의 일들이 실제로 여준이는 쓰레기를 저렇게 발로 찬 아이가 아니지만 상상이 저거는 현실에 가까운 정말 자연스러워요. 지금 제가 뭐 하고 있죠?
It looks like his soul left his body there.
나요? 아니요, 이거는 민기 아닙니다. 유체 이탈. 그렇죠.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
제 정신은 올라가.
Mm,
그래서 다음 장면 보면은 올라가요.
yeah. Okay.
가까지 올라가 버려. 왜 지금까지 가나 했네. 내 정신인 거지. 정신 올라가는데 여기가 어디지? 그 순간 누군가 만납니다. 바로 우리 SOB 함께 2만 배. 오. 내가 만나면서 이제 새로운 세상이 시작됩니다.
Oh, is that really his like? Oh, is it really? I wonder.
상상 속에 우리가
I didn't know like that's his like 'cause I don't know who that is. Like I've only like this is my first time hearing about him with this like this track coming out. But if that's his like character, then it makes sense, right? Because it's basically giving us a very like out of like body experience. Because we were like, what the heck is this? Like none of us were. Everyone was surprised watching this. It's just everyone like taking it all in.
어딘가에 떨어져 있어 우리가 즐기는 모습이에요. 그러니까 상상 속의 낯선 공간인 거. 맨 마지막에 찍어서 여기 어디지 하는 거.
SOB.
저희가 유추해 봤을 때 조금 돌려주시면 자 이렇게 너네 다 눈을 뜨고 있다가 와 하다가 이렇게 세우는 거지. 다시 내가 생각했을 때 여기는 약간 우리의 현실이지 않을까. 그러나 여기서 민욱 형이 뛰어내요. 그러니까 이것도 어찌 보면 상상일 수 있는 거야.
I like this though. Like I like how they're talking about this because it gives us a better insight to the whole this MV and then also how it ties in with the whole concept of this third album called Blackout. But then also like it also fits in with like the whole concept of their name called Close Your Eyes. So it's kind of because once you close your eyes, it's like you're in the middle of dreaming. Like you kind of, it's just all of that. And then also just because of how their whole, since Snowy Summer, it's been very much like in the imagination or kind of like different with like how they doing each, everyone has their own story. But like even in the first one, like it was very different because even though it seems like they're all kind of like on this trip in that episode, in that video, you see them like there's still kind of weird things that are happening with like supernatural like kind of feelings, stuff like that with like Kenshin being able to time travel and like, trying to make them meet up and like join, and then it's just like that whole it's us getting to see that whole process of like that how they each tie in with each other because all of us, even I was like at the beginning when I watched this MV I was like, wow, is this like this is very different from like the Eternals like whole like concept of that. And then we went to Snowy Summer and I was just like, what is like how are we progressing this, but like it still somewhat ties in with each other.
이렇게 계속 현실과 상상을 오가는.
Which is like perfect for them because it makes sense with their name. Close Your Eyes is like basically saying like, oh, like with us as a for I know they have their own like meaning behind like their group and everything, but it's also befitting with like, oh, like we can do anything that it leaves you to the imagination of what we can do, right? Because their sound is so far has been very different from like everything that they've done like each time so far.
그러면서
잘한다.
완벽하게 100% 이해한 아니기 때문에 클로저들도 클로저만의 호도를 줬고.
It makes sense. I like.
참고해서 섞여서.
I think it ties. It like makes me like think like more so.
중간중간에 뭔가 숨겨진 키 포인트들이 많네요. 그러게요. X 번개 모양도 그렇고 그런 것도 많이 찾으면 알려주시고. X가 과연 몇 번 나왔을지. 그리고 여준이가 잡아주는 이유가 또 있을 거 아니에요. 그렇죠. 그런 것도 한번 예상을 해보시죠. 그렇게 SOB 뮤직비디오
I feel like
들어가는데요. 새로운 색깔이잖아요.
very different color.
그럼 다음에 또 X 뮤직비디오로 돌아오겠습니다.
Oh, is that what the X? Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, with that in mind, of him saying what, like, think about why he's like reaching out to me. It's kind of making me think that like, oh, like that's him falling off the building is one loop that they go through, and then like after that happens, one of them is trying to change that, and like Yeojun ends up being on the top of the building and trying to stop him from falling off and continuing, like trying to change like the future, like the past that has happened. It's giving very much that, and it's very making sense again with how the mood film is like, them like trying to stop time from continuing on that loop. So I'm just like, it's like I said, it's just very interesting. It's just very like, it draws you in that way because you're just like thinking like, oh, what does this mean? Like, and you're like it makes you think deeper of like what the story is as they probably like Minwook says, like he. Like, that's what they explained to him, but even then it doesn't make completely sense to him, so it's, like, also up to interpretation, and I feel like that's what they've been doing from the beginning of, like, since Eternals, because, like, they all have their, like, each MV, each concept of each album has had their own story within it, but it also just, like, kind of ties in with each, how that like in like so far like different time periods and stuff like that has been very like consistent within a theme of it. So it just like it leaves me really curious to see like how what the rest of the album's gonna sound like and what the actual MV is gonna sound like for the title track, and then what they might give us after this album is then promoting into the next one, right? Because I'm just excited to see how everyone else's like each member gets their own story is what I keep saying, because at this point we've already had Kenshin, we've had Sungo, now we have Minwook, and then we have the other four left to have their own moment to like have that story and how that ends up like getting like changing and but still kind of keeping consistent with what they've shown us so far. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction to their reaction, and I shall see you in the next one.